Hi, my name's Kelly. I am a writer, director, actor here, and the Latvian Hall is very special to me. I teach actors here in Brisbane, and that's something I'm really passionate about. And we run classes here and have for a number of years. And being such a special space, it's just great to come in and do that. I think the building represents to me the heart of the people who brought their lives across here and built something to continue the story, even in big changes in their world, in their family's world. And even in such a foreign place it must have been when they first created it. And for me, this embodies people's story. How I found out I was Latvian. Yeah, so I guess at around 14, this story started getting spoken about my grandmother losing her husband for 50 years. And then a letter had arrived in the mail. And it was her first husband from Latvia, who was lost in the war. And I didn't even know what a Latvian was. I mean, I was a Kiwi kid. And so that story came out, and she went back to Latvia and met him after all those years, because he had survived the gulags and the things, and the story all came together. And she would pass away a few years later. But something about that story and my Latvian grandfather, it just stayed with me. It sort of haunted me, I guess. And when I eventually came to Australia, I found myself wanting to make that story, wanting to make that film, and I was really interested in that community and understanding more. The first time I rolled up to the Latvian Hall, I kind of always got this little sense when I was talking to other Latvians is that this is kind of old hat for them. And this is a part of their life they grew up with, like they had to do it, whether they wanted to or not. But for me, it actually had a little bit of a, I don't know, I feel strange saying, but I never, it sounds funny. I've always had this idea of going back to Latvia and getting to kiss the ground. I've never got to do that. Don't know why I'm getting emotional. But this is the closest thing for me to that. So when I come here, and when I came here for the first time, it had a significance. So, and represented some things that I was still learning about myself and my family and history and many other families that, and particularly when I walked through and saw the library here, and used to see all those lives, those memories and all those things. Yeah, it's very impactful. It's very impactful. So, if we lost the hall, yeah, don't really want to think about that. But just because it's so personal to me, and it's a part of Brisbane's unique heritage, I think. Yeah.